Well, good evening. I hope you're staying safe and warm in your houses this weekend. We're going to be doing lesson 5.5, and I have Lily and Henry Beck here to help me today, and we are going to be talking about solving fraction equations. All right, so let's get started on this. Okay, so whenever we're solving equations, you should be thinking about doing things to both sides of an equation and getting the variable by itself. So we're going to start with ones that are actually much more advanced than the ones that are in your textbook. So let's take something like 3/4 of x, and let's just suppose for a second that that is equal to 6/5. Nah, make it 6/7. Nah. Let's make it something different. What do you want to make it? How about 6/11? Does that sound good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We need to get the x by itself. So let's think about how we would have solved this back when we first did one-step equations. If you have a variable and you want to get it alone, you have to take the thing that is being done to the variable and do its opposite. So what we would really do here is we would divide by 3/4 on this side, right? And then we would come over here and we divide by 3/4 on this side. But let's stop for a second. Let's rewind to lesson 5.3. We just learned how to divide by fractions. What do you actually do when you divide by a fraction?
The number or the fraction that's being divided, you would just flip the numerator and the denominator, and you would just...
Instead of dividing, we change it to...
multiplication.
Right. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to multiply by reciprocals. So let's not even write the divided by 3/4. Let's just back that right up. And instead, let's multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3/4. So this side will get multiplied by 4/3. And this side will get multiplied by 4/3. Now let's look at what cancels here. Okay? Lily, do you see anything in common right there?
3/4 and 4/3.
Well, yeah, but look diagonally. You see a 3 and a 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they can cancel out when we're multiplying fractions, and so we get 1 and 1. And what about diagonally this way? What do you see there?
4.
I see 2 4s. And so they are both going to cancel out too. So on the left, everything cancels out. I get a whole bunch of 1s, so I get 1/1 times x, which is just x. On the right side, I can do a little canceling too. 6 and 3 are both divisible by 3. So if I take that out, I'm going to get a 2 on the top and a 1 on the bottom. Okay, Lily, what's 2 times 4?
2 times 4 is 6.
No.
Keep going.
8.
8. Right, it's 8. Okay, and Henry, 11 times 3. Oh, no, it's 11 times 1 now. Oh, actually, you can do that. What's 11 times 1? What's anything
11.
times 1? 11, right. So we get 8/11, and that is the right answer. Not bad. What grade are you in?
2nd.
Excellent. Good job. Good math. Okay, so that really, guys, there's no joke. That is really all what there is to solving equations. Now, sometimes one of the sides might be see, this side we had 3/4 and 6/11. They were both fractions. So that was actually a harder problem. Some of them won't be quite that hard. Some of them might be something like 3/4 x equals 6. Okay, now you do the same thing. You multiply both sides by 4/3. This one you have to change into 6/1, multiply by 4/3. Over here again, we get the canceling, we get x. Okay. Over here on the right, 6 and 3 cancel just like before. We get 2 and 1. And now 2 times 4 is equal to 8. And that's my answer. Sometimes you might just have a number with the variable and a fraction on the other side. So if I had 2x equals 3/5, let's treat this as 2/1 times x.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do to this one is we're going to multiply both sides by what? Let's flip 2/1 upside down.
1/2.
We'll multiply by 1/2 on both sides. Over here on this side, look what happens. The 2's cancel out, kind of like when we're playing Fruit Ninja. And over on this side, nothing really cancels.
Ones cancel also.
Why would we cancel the ones?
Oh.
If we cancel the ones, we would just get one. So they're already canceled. So on the top over here, we're going to get 3/10. So I get 3/10. So sometimes we'll have, and actually, let's do one more problem. Let's do one from before, when we had something like 3x equals, like when we had something like 3x equals 18. Now, we would have done this before by just dividing both sides by 3, and we would have got x equals 8, right? Well, hold on a second. Can I still do it the same way?
X equals 6.
Well, instead of dividing by 3, yeah, it's going to come out to 6. Couldn't I just do the same thing here? Couldn't I multiply both sides by 1/3? Yeah. This is really what I'm doing anyway. 1/3 times 3 is x, and what's 1/3 of 18?
6.
It's 18/3, which is 6. So it's really the same thing as what we were doing. We're just writing it as fractions. Okay, so let's see if you've gotten that. Okay, so we're going to give you a couple practice problems here. We'd like you to solve these. So go ahead and copy these equations down as I'm putting them down. So let's do x over 2 is equal to 15. And I'm going to move that a little bit because I don't like where I put that. Let's move it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then let's do n over 6 equals 12. Let's do 9/10 x is equal to 18, and let's do one more. Let's do 7/8 x is equal to 42. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video right now. Copy down these four equations. Multiply both sides by a fraction, and the variables are all on the left. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal fractions on all of these, and then write down your right answers. When you're done, please resume the video and see if you got the same thing we did. All right, well, welcome back. All right, so hopefully what you did on this first one is you multiplied the top and bottom by 2 over 1. Now, I know it says x over 2, so you might have just done this the old-fashioned way where you just multiplied by 2. That technically would count, but we're trying to show that we're going to multiply by this thing right here, which is the flip of 1 over 2. And you might not have noticed that there was a 1 there, but there was. So multiply 15 times 2, and sure enough, as Lily will tell you, we get
15.
No.
Oh, yeah, 30.
We get 30. That's right. She actually just did that problem a second ago. Okay, on the other side, or on the next one, we're going to multiply by 6, or 6 over 1. So on the right side, let's multiply by 6, or 6 over 1. Again, they cancel out. And I'm going to get n equals, in this case, 72. That's right. Good job, Henry. All right, the next one, we're going to multiply top and bottom by 10 over 9. Over here, change 18 into 18 over 1. Okay? Any whole number, we just put it over 1.
Cancel.
And yes, absolutely. Let's cancel the 19 and the 8. I mean, the 18 and the 9. I can't talk today. I get 1 and I get 2. And now I just got ones. I have ones on the bottom, so I get x equals. Let's see. Let's erase that. Let's get x equals 2 times 10, which is 20. Let's check that real quick. Does 9/10 of 20? Let's think about that. Well, let's see. A tenth of 20 would be 2, and 9 of those would equal 18. That makes sense. We didn't really check the one before it. Does 72 divided by 6 equal 12? Well, yeah, if you check it. It absolutely would. And Lily, you verified this. If you took 30 and took half of it, we get 15, right? Okay, so all three of those check. One more. We got one more question. So on the last equation, you should have multiplied both sides by 8 over 7. Again, the 42, let's change it into 42 over 1. Multiply by 8 over 7. Oh, look, I see some canceling. 7's cancel. 8's cancel. I get x. And over here, the 42 and the 7 cancel. 7 goes into 7 once, and it goes into 42 6 times. So I get 6 times 8 equals 48. And again, if I check that, I'll see that it does, in fact, check. A little bit less than a whole 48 equals 42. So my answer should be 30, 72, 20, and 48. All right. Well, again, thank you for watching. I hope that you've had a good weekend and that you stayed safe with all the crazy weather that we're expecting this weekend. And once again, here is Lily and Henry, and they have helped me with the video, so thank you very much for sticking around on Friday to help me, Friday afternoon to help me make a video. Give me 5. All right, we'll see y'all later. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.